Hi, I'm Miraman Rathod, Director of Seva Facility Service Private Limited, a pest control company with 32 years of experience. We are providing the pest control services across the India with industrial and export container fumigation with the pan-India presence. We are doing the more focus on the non-chemical products which are not using any chemicals. So today we have with us Mr. Girdhar Pai from Girdhar Pai Associate. Please tell us about your company and more detail about the product which are the non-toxic, non-chemical products.
Thank you, Hiraman. Our company, Giridhar Pai Associates, we set it up 6 years ago in 2020. Since then, we focused on two categories of products. One is pest monitoring and the other is pest prevention. So we'll be happy to discuss today with you more about our products.
Thank you. What is a FLYght Duo and how it works?
The FLYght Duo is a UV LED flycatcher, and we introduced it in 2021, and it works through a very unique mechanism. So inside the FLYght Duo you can see a white insert, and this is called the BioVE or the biovisual enhancer. So when UV from the LEDs falls on the BioVE enhancer, what it does is it reflects back an enhanced wavelength of UV, and that UV plus blue light, which you and me can see, attracts flies, and these flies are then trapped onto the glue boards which are inside the FLYght Duo.
Wow. What are the difference between the FLYght Duo and the regular flycatcher machine?
That is a good question. See, the FLYght Duo uses UV LEDs, whereas regular flycatchers use UV fluorescent tubes. So as a result, what happens is the FLYght Duo uses just 20% of the electricity of a regular flycatcher. Apart from that, its size is also very small. You can see that it weighs just 1.85 kgs, and you can easily lift it and handle it.
Wow, this great product. What are the check regarding the insect light trap, the food safety audit make?
See, when the food safety auditor comes to your factory, they first see whether there is any glass inside the light trap. So if it's a fluorescent tube, then they expect you to have glass sleeves which contain the shattered glass. Apart from that, you should be regularly checking the flycatcher for its insect catch, so at least once a week, and then maintain a record of what are the different types of insects caught, as well as some corrective action in order to prevent the recurring entry of insects. So in food safety, fly monitoring is a very important part of the pest management program.
Oh, it's awesome product. What are the common mistakes businesses make in the controlling the flies?
It's again another good question. Just yesterday I was at a newly opened cafe, and they were wanting us to introduce the FLYght Duo to them. And what we found is they had this gap which we call in architectural terms as the astragal gap. So when you have two glass doors, there is a gap which should be closed by using plastic sleeves. So they had that gap. So that is a common mistake. People don't close the gaps between glass sections of their doors. Apart from that, people don't use door closers, or they don't use air curtains, and as a result there is a continuous entry of flies. Apart from that, not keeping the garbage closed. If there is organic waste, you have to close it by using lids on the garbage bins. So these are some mistakes people make in preventing flies coming into their business.
Oh, how important is the placement of insect light trap?
The placement is very important. So one is when you place a trap, you don't want insects to be attracted from outside. And apart from that, once the flies are inside, you want them to be attracted to the trap, for which the ideal height is 5 feet above the ground, which means at your eye height, you have to place this trap. The third and another important factor is you don't want the trap to obstruct any movement of people or material when you place it.
Oh, it's very nice to see this FLYght Duo. How often should we replace the FLYght Duo glue board and UV?
As far as the glue board is concerned, roughly about once a month you need to replace the glue board, or if the flies are trapped, the entire glue board is full of flies, then you have to replace it at that time, even if it is before 1 month. As far as the LEDs, we have some good news for you, which is you don't need to replace it for a very long time, because the life of the UV LEDs is 50,000 hours. So that when you work it out, it's more than 6 years, 7 months. I'm happy to tell you that even the traps we sold in 2021 are working even now in 2026. So at least 5 years you don't need to replace the UV LEDs.
Wow, it's a great life. Can FLYght Duo be used in pharmaceutical and the food processing plants?
Oh, that's also a good question. This is the ideal product for food and pharmaceutical industry. Apart from the many other advantages, the number one which stands out are this product is basically free of glass. So we call it inherently or intrinsically glass free. So because the LEDs don't have any glass, the trap itself doesn't have any glass, so it's ideally suited for food and pharmaceutical industry. And to tell you the truth, a lot of our customers are all from these industries.
Wow, it's a very nice product. What are the maintenance practices ensure the maximum efficiency of the FLYght Duo?
That's also a good question. See, the product is an excellent product, lasts very long, but we want you to take care of its minimal maintenance. So one thing is, like we already discussed, the glue boards have to be replaced when they are full of flies, or once every month, whichever is earlier. As far as the BioVE insert is concerned, you have to replace it once every 6 months. You need to remember that because the BioVE insert faces the UV, there is a constant degradation. And our manufacturers have recommended that you replace the BioVE insert once every 6 months. Apart from these two factors, we don't want a lot of dust inside the trap. So just frequently removing the dust particles, if any, from inside the trap will help you prolong the life of the UV LEDs.
Oh, I see. How does lighting in the environment impact the insect light trap performance?
This is also a good question. You have to remember that any light attracts flies. So in case of the FLYght Duo, both the visible light as well as the UV, which is not visible to us, attracts. And so you want to place the FLYght Duo away from other competing sources of light. Otherwise, what can happen is the flies may get attracted to the other source of light. So try and keep it in dark corners where there is no competing source of light.
Oh, it's a fabulous product, FLYght Duo. What parameters are important in selecting the ILT, insect light traps?
See, that's also a good question. Now, when you're selecting an insect light trap, you have to see how much power does it consume, which means how much does it cost for operating. So we call it in management as OPEX. So what is the OPEX? Apart from that, how long do the light sources last? So the longer they last, the less frequently you have to replace them. How sturdy it is. You take something like the FLYght Duo, it's made out of metal, so it lasts much longer than other plastic bodied traps. How easy is it to operate and maintain? That is another factor. These are some of the factors you will keep in mind, and then of course most important is performance. So is it able to attract and trap insects? So these are some factors we recommend that you keep in mind while choosing an insect light trap.
Oh, it's a wonderful product.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.